Welcome back to Nick Lenz's movie review, episode 144. This I'm reviewing Blade 2, released in 2002. And this one was released with the Marvel logo. Not the first one, surprisingly, but this one was. Now, there's one thing I forgot to mention in the last episode. It relates to the character Whistler. He was actually killed in the previous movie, and here, he's alive. Yeah, Blade finds him alive. And it's revealed by Whistler. They pretty much healed all his injuries, except for his bum leg. Though the on TV show, actually Blade did too when he was younger. And also, Blade has got kind of a new assistant, basically a new gadget master, to fill in the place of Whistler. Though, the thing about this guy is that there's a plot point involving him, which is kind of basically a big letdown. So, Blade himself, basically, like, after killing some vampires, he's actually confronted by some vampires. Not to attack him. Oh no. What's the plan for him? They're basically sent to collect them. Why? Because he's been invited to visit the heart of the vampire nation. Which, that's interesting. He's probably thinking, why in the world are they inviting me for there? And, well, they invited him. And, of course, one thing I love this movie, they actually have a reference to the previous movie. Like, you're like, first, thank you for killing Deacon Frost. He was a nuisance to us. Second, which, we have a big problem, and we need your help. You like killing our kind, so kill these creatures. Yeah, the Reapers. The Reapers, basically, which are kind of like the way they operate is that instead of like normal fangs by your mouth, basically it's like the whole face opens and there's the fangs. Which I don't know if Resident Evil ripped off this design with one of the zombies they used for Resident Evil 5. But yeah, that's what the Reapers do. Now, also I should mention though, Stephen Norton is not returning to direct this movie. Oh no! Who is directing this movie? Guillermo del Toro. Yes, Guillermo del Toro, the guy who directed the Hellboy movies, the first Pacific Rim, and Crimson Peak. Yep, that guy. I haven't seen Crimson Peak, but I heard it's a really good movie. Yep. Now, I heard one reviewer, E-Rod, mention this, that with this movie, he pretty much casted the first Hellboy movie with this one because, well, Doug Jones is in here as one of the vampires. Yeah, it turns out in the end that the leader of the vampires wanted to create these creatures. And also, we continue a plot thread from the last movie. Blade falling in love with a woman, though this time it's a vampire. Yes, he's a vampire. Also, one thing we got to mention is that Blade has a sort of a synthesizer in a way to basically kind of suppress his vampire desire, so I'm going to drink blood. So in the previous movie, he drank the enemy's blood just to basically keep him healthy. In this movie, he still has it. They still keep that up in here, which is really cool. So he teams up with the vampires, one of whom happens to be played by Ron Perlman, the future Hellboy, which I think that Hellboy movie came out, which is 3 years after the movie came out, basically the same time as the really bad sequel discussed in episode 145. So they fight these creatures, and apparently the only way they kill them is not by stabbing them or shooting them. Oh no! The best way to kill them is with the UV light attached to the guns. And Ron Perlman's like, point down, fried to a crisp. Yep. That's how they kill these creatures. Like, wow, that was easy. And then the vampires later on turn on him because, oh yeah, their job is done, so Blade kills all of them. And apparently the woman who's actually the daughter of the head of the vampire nation, she's got no problem with basically Blade killing her father. So, basically all these vampires dead. She's like, Blade, can you take me outside so I can see the sunset before I die? And he does. And she burns to a crisp. Bye-bye, female vampire who's smoking hot. Oh, and another thing, his new gadget master, turns out he was a familiar. Yep. Oh, and here's the thing. Now, unlike other familiars who had, like, the back of their head, you see, he had his tattoo mark underneath his lower lip. Why in the world he had the mark there for? It makes no frickin' sense at all. Because that's probably one of the most painful places to have a tattoo put. Below, like, inside your lower lip. That's where he has the damn thing. I'm like, really? Oh, and apparently Blade knew all along he was a traitor, so he kills him by. Apparently, when he was sleeping, he put a bomb in his head like he's Amanda Waller from Suicide Squad. Blows him up. Yep. But despite that, this movie is really good. Good action, good pacing. The CGI of this movie is actually a lot better than the last movie. Which, kudos for Guillermo del Toro's special effects team. It must have realized, though, that the special effects for the first movie did not hold up very well. Like, okay, so CGI has advanced a little bit in a few years between that film and this movie. So, it got a lot better. Now, the thing with this movie and last movie is a common, along with the third movie, David S. Goyer wrote all three. Yep, he wrote all three movies. Which is quite interesting, though. Yes. That does occasionally happen, where you have the same screenwriter who writes all the movies for a movie series. As a matter of fact, it happens with the horror movies. Yes. We have it where, I think it's Chris Yost, I think it is. He wrote all three horror movies that were released. And I believe he wrote the fourth one as well, the 1100. Yep. But this movie is fantastic. And I give the movie a 9 out of 10. It's a damn good movie. Yep. Yeah, but not much else to say about that movie. It's just really good. The next one I'm talking about, the crappy movie of the series, Blade Trinity. I'll discuss it at 145. Okay? That'll come out soon, alright? See you next video. Bye.